Hello my sweet friends, welcome back to another TBR video. Of course, as usual, we will be using our TBR jar. This jar is full of prompts that will help me choose which books I'm going to read in March. I think today we're going to pick 8. Last month we picked 10, but I'm still kind of coming out of a reading slump, and so 8 just sounds like a good number. Doesn't sound too overwhelming. But a little update for you guys. We now have a TBR card. I'll pull her in for you guys. I'm just testing out the idea of having a TBR cart. Usually I just have all of my unread books on my normal bookshelf. I already had this cart because I was using it in my office for storage, and I was like, I want to try this out. I know so many people love having a TBR cart, so I'm going to try it for myself and we're going to see how it works. I only put this together like a few days ago, so I feel like I haven't got any concrete thoughts on it yet, but I do like being able to see all of my unread books in one place. And on this trolley I do have literally every single one of my unread books. This side is fantasy and then thrillers down the bottom, and then on this side we have romance, and a little bit of general fiction. So we will obviously be picking books from this cart to put on my monthly TBR this month. So let's hop straight into it. Prompt number 1, we have more than one person on the cover. I don't even know what I'm in the mood for. Does this one have... Okay, we have You Deserve Each Other, which has 2 people on the cover. I feel like there's a lot of really good options for this one. Like, I feel like I could pick so many books for this prompt. I know we could also do The X Talk. We could do The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. Oh, that one's also very cute. We could probably do Funny You Should Ask. Yeah, that has 2 people on the front. I think I'm really feeling You Deserve Each Other. Just a fun rom-com. I feel like so many people are obsessed with this, and I feel like this is what I'm in the mood for, at least right now. Hopefully I will also be in the mood for this during March. And this is on my list of 23 books to read in 2023. So, first book done. That was a really easy prompt to fulfill. Some of these are so hard. Number 2. Any romance. Oh my gosh. These prompts are really giving me exactly what I want. Like, it's so easy. What do I want to go for? What am I in the mood for? I really could do A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. That sounds good. I don't think I'll do another rom-com because we've got You Deserve Each Other. You know what? I think we're gonna go with Kyland. This has been on my TBR before. I feel like a lot of these books have been on my TBR before. This is a book by Mia Sheridan. I think it's academic rivals to lovers. I think it's gonna be like 2 broken people from very difficult homes and like households and upbringings, kind of just like finding comfort and love with each other. Obviously, I kind of feel like most of Mia Sheridan's books are similar in that way. They're almost all about 2 people who have had pretty difficult lives or gone through something traumatic, and they've come together and found joy. Which, honestly, I can't lie, I know it's not the healthiest way to deal with trauma, to just like cover it with a relationship, but I do love to read it. Call me toxic, I don't care. Number 3, we have a book that one of your favorite booktubers loves. Okay, do we have something on here that I know someone loves? I know that Rachel from Raven Hair Reader, she really loved Belladonna. I don't know if it's like one of her all-time favorites, but I know that she really liked it because she convinced me to get it. Ooh, I feel like I've read a lot of like my booktubers' favorites. I don't know. You know what? I think Sarah Crowley. I think she loves A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, if I'm remembering correctly. We might have to go with this. I feel like I've read a few of her favorites recently, and I feel like a lot of the time, not always, but a lot of the time we have quite similar taste. And I feel like this one is very hit and miss. Some people love it and some people hate it, and I really don't know what I'm gonna think, but I've been wanting to read this for a long time, so maybe we go with this one. I don't know if Sarah's watching this, but if you are, this one's for you. Number 4, we've only got romance so far, so let's try and get some variety on this TBR. I have been reading a lot of romance recently though, so I'm not going to complain too much. Next we have a book by an author of a book you didn't love. Okay, wait, let's start off on this side because I really do need to read. Oh, I don't know if I have any that... A lot of my fantasy books are new to me authors, so like authors that I haven't read before. I could probably do Cassandra Clare because I didn't love every book in the Mortal Instruments, but I also I really did enjoy that series overall. You know what, I could do Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo because I didn't love Shadow and Bone, but I did love Six of Crows. So we could do that. Love V.E. Schwab. A lot of these authors I haven't read before. Let's just have a look at the romance side, just to see. I didn't love Today's Tonight Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon, so we could do the X Talk. I did not like The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, so we could do something wilder. A lot of these authors I haven't read before. Maybe we'll go Ninth House. Like I said, I love the Six of Crows duology, and I actually really liked the first book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy, but I didn't really like the second two. I was just very indifferent towards the second two books in that trilogy. So you know what? Let's try Ninth House. And that definitely adds some variety to our current TBR. Next up, we have the next book in a series you have not finished. Okay, this is actually perfect because last month I read the first book in the Dark Artifices by Cassandra Clare, and so I need to read Lord of Shadows, which is the second book, and then there's one more book after that. So this is perfect. I was really hoping I'd be able to fit this book into one of the prompts that we have today. I'm so excited to read this. I quite liked the first book in this series. It did take me a hot minute to kind of like get into it and really, I guess, become attached to the characters in the first book. But now that I'm in the world and I know the characters quite well, I know like the setting, I know who like the bad guy is, I feel like I could potentially fly through this one, or at least like just fall back into it quite easily. But I don't really know what this one is about. Okay, I think we might have some fake dating and a bit of a love triangle in this one, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm actually really excited about this TBR so far. Next up, a book with the word you in the title. Okay, surely I have something. Okay, none on this side. Let's hope. Okay, I have one. Okay, we only have one option for this, but I'm not mad at it. So we have Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. This is such a gorgeous cover. I definitely did buy it just for the cover. I feel like the reviews I've heard about it are very mixed. I'm pretty sure it's got the one of us is famous trope, which I do quite enjoy. I don't know what to expect from this one, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 2 more to go. Right now we have 4 romance and 2 fantasy. I feel like we've probably got enough romance. A book from an author you've never tried. Okay, this is good. This is good. I have a lot of options for this. Let's try and go for another fantasy or something different. Not a romance. Okay, you know what? I would love to read Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I've never read anything by her before. I actually haven't heard much about this author as a whole. I've only heard about this book specifically, and I'm really excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for a really long time. Well, the last few months since I got my hands on it. I got it for Christmas. It's just the most beautiful cover. I feel like I say that every time I talk about this book. I'm always like, this cover is just one of my favorites because it is beautiful. I'm pretty sure this is a YA fantasy gothic romance. So I'm very intrigued to see how that all comes together. I've also heard that the audiobook for this one is quite good, so this might be an audiobook moment for me. But yeah, I'm really excited to have this on my TBR. I was really hoping I'd be able to read this one in March. And that means we're down to our last prompt. Let's hope it's a good one. It is a book with a map. Okay, so it's almost definitely going to be a fantasy, which is great because then we'll have 4 romance and 4 fantasy on my TBR, which is so perfect. You know what, I think it's between 2. Both of these fantasy books I have just been really itching to read recently, but I don't know which one I would prefer. Let's just double check that they both have a map. Okay, we have a map in the Bridge Kingdom, and then I know that the map for this one is really cool because the map is actually what convinced me to read the series or like purchase the first book, but my copy doesn't have the map in this book. I don't know if it has it in the second and third book in the trilogy, but it does have some dormitory like diagrams at the back, which I'm gonna accept because it's my video, my rules, so I can do what I want. But which one would I rather read? This one is Enemies to Lovers, and I think also YA. And then this one is like held in a school. I don't know if like dark academia, but definitely like academia vibes. I don't know what I feel like. We have got Ninth House, which I think is also like secret society, dark academia vibes. So maybe we'll go with the Bridge Kingdom. That's also the start of a new series, so hopefully I like it. I was smart and only bought the first book, which I'm proud of myself for because we know that I do like to buy all the books in a series before starting said series. But I haven't done that with this one, so if I like this, we might have some shopping to do. I do just love a YA moment, I can't lie. I feel like that went so fast. But we have officially picked all the books that I'm gonna read in March, or at least all the books on my TBR for March. I've never actually completed a TBR, so fingers crossed this might be our month. Let's turn this back around. I like to use the top shelf here for my immediate TBR. So let's quickly recap the books that I chose for this month. We have You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle, Kyland by Mia Sheridan, A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman, Belladonna by Adeline Grace, and finally The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. I'm gonna reshuffle this a tiny bit just to make them fit a little bit better. But there's our TBR for March. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what's on your TBR for March. Of course, I'm always looking for new recommendations. I have also loved being able to see your versions of these. I've seen people make TikTok videos using the TBR jar or their own YouTube videos using a TBR jar. Of course, I'm not the first one to do this, but it's been so fun to be tagged in like TikTok videos and YouTube videos of you guys doing your own version of it. I always love seeing them. So if you do end up filming your own, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, please tag me so I can see it. But I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.